Guys, Agyemang held an interview with Sporty FM and said a lot about Andre Dede Ayew. I'm going to show you that video live here. We're also going to talk about 4 players who are likely to make a return to OTTO ADDO's squad for the World Cup 2026 qualifiers. But before we jump into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification. Quickly, let's jump into it. Agyemang, who played with Andre Dede Ayew through the junior national team to the senior national team, held an interview with Sporty FM, and this is what he said about Andre Dede Ayew. Let's check it out together.
He has done so much. He's so passionate. He wished to do something for the national team. So these are my plea and my question, and also the plea. If you can do something about it, you are very much respected. Please, if you can talk to Dede Ayew for me. This is Nana Noble here. I will be very much grateful if this thing can happen and Dede can raise his hand and said, yes, I've got him. Now people have started talking about him. His form, how he scored 5 goals or something. People wish he's in the team. But the ground is not good for him to come back. Trust me. The ground is very, very, very slippery. And he need not to spoil all of the legacies he has built. At least the one that he's been able to leave, he should keep it like that. I would love to see him sitting there and watching the boys play. No matter what happens, you will surely leave the team one day. So he should do it now. He shouldn't come back again. Please, Agyemang, he's your friend. I know he's very close. You are very close to him. Do well and talk to him for us. Okay, please.
All right, Nana, thank you very much. So he says, how would you describe Dede Ayew? Because it looks like there's a certain misconception about who he is. How would you describe him?
Nana, thank you once again for your kind words. He have even described him a bit for me, passionate. He wanted to win something for the national team. He wanted to win African Cup of Nations for the national team. That is a fact. I've had a lot of talks, a lot of meetings with him, and that was what he wanted to do. He loved the national team. He loved Ghana. That is whenever you see him on the pitch, everywhere, he wants to bring everything out of him. So that is what I can say. Very intelligent guy as well. And he received people very well as well. On the side, if I can speak to him to stop playing for the national team, yes, he's my good friend. I speak to him like 2 days ago. We speak about a lot of stuffs. But Nana, he knows his body more than me. If he thinks his body is still responding, he's doing well in his club. As we all know that if someone is doing well in his club or is playing well actively and the coaches want them in the team and they will call him, it's up to him and the coaches. He thinks his body is still responding. He's doing well in his club. If the coach thinks otherwise, you support that. If Andre tomorrow he wake up and say, I'm done. He have more than 120 games in the national teams, 8 African Cup of Nations, 4 or 3 World Cups. He doesn't need much from the national team, and the national team doesn't need much. He will be very appreciative to what the nation have done for him. But let's leave this for him to decide if he still wants to further or to stop. I don't want to go on that tangent with him to ask him, no. I don't want anyone to leave the national team with bitterness.
Yeah.
Let's let the person live.
Decide
and live with a clean heart so that we will have a very good...
It looks like a lot of our players, our captains, leave the national team with a very bitter, taste in their mouth. Yes. It started from Abedi Pele in 1998. Abedi left the national team in Burkina Faso with a very heavy heart. Maybe Steve Napier, no. But Asamoah Gyan, yes.
What happened to Asamoah? We all saw it.
Yes.
And exactly what is happening to Dede.
Yes.
So in as much you want to push people from the national team, let's be very manageable and see how best we can go on it, because
even as Asamoah, we haven't done a testimonial for him yet.
Precisely, and I'm shocked up to this time. Someone like Asamoah Gyan, I'm still out.
Let me get to the phone lines.
So guys, you heard from Agyemang. Let me know your thoughts about it. First of all, the reason why he spoke about Andre that way, it was because a fan called on the show, and the fan said that Agyemang should speak to Andre Dede Ayew not to return to the national team. His reason was that Andre Ayew has done a lot for the national team, but then the return of him is very slippery, especially if he returns and things that do not go well for the national team. It will claim all the good things he has done. That was what the caller said. But Agyemang Badu's response was what we watched. And Agyemang Badu even said that Andre Ayew is passionate about winning the AFCON with the national team. You are out of the AFCON. If probably or maybe he can come into the team and help us qualify to the World Cup, it won't be a bad one. The last dance for Andre Ayew. But guys, let me know what you think about this. Now let's move on and talk about 4 players who are likely to make a return to OTTO ADDO's final squad list. And I did this video with Chanana and Seram. Let's check it out together.
Guys, it's World Cup qualifiers. Now, you know when it comes to World Cup, the song comes to mind. Yenyo, Ghana Black Stars, Yena Yenye. Yenyo, Ghana Black Stars, Yena Yenye. OTTO ADDO, please name the squad, we beg you. We beg. Now, I'm here with Chanana and also Seram, and we want to talk about the squad. Now, according to Yen Ghana, they've released a report saying that 4 players might make a return back to the national team. I saw the list, and I'm like, you bring this list, Ghanaians will complain. So I want to ask you watching, and also Chanana Seram, which player do you want to see make a return back to the national team? Chanana?
I think it's our captain, Ayew.
He's not the captain. Jordan Ayew is the captain.
But since he will be coming there, Charlie, El Capitano, whether you like it or not, that guy was born to be a captain.
But I don't know how that will be managed because Jordan named the captain.
And how you must ask brother.
I don't think they will have a problem because of the relation they have. I don't think they will really have a problem with that.
There's something. Did you have an inkling that Jordan will be named a captain? So he's not really bothered about that.
Hey, Andre Ayew, come back to me.
Come back to us.
So
yeah.
Talk to me.
Yes, you know, I'm hoping to see Andre Ayew return to the national team because when you look at the Ghana national team right now, we have a very, 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 very young squad, and then we can't just leave these young lads to go out and then do things on their own. They need someone with a bit of experience. I wouldn't say a bit of experience. They need someone with experience who will guide and then coach them on what to do and what not to do. You understand? Because they are very, very young, and then when we leave them to go on their own, it will be a disaster.
All right. So, guys, you have heard from Seram and Chanana. Let me hear from you also. Which player do you want to see return back to the national team? I feel like Andre should just come back. This whole number 10 JC team, it should go away. This whole captaincy issue, it should be dead. Let's just play football. That's what we want. We want to qualify for the World Cup. It's very, very important. Now, according to Yen Ghana, they named Andre Ayew, as we have all said. Guys, let me hear from you. And also, they named Salis Abdul Samed, which I felt like it was some wavy. Because for me, he's just returning from injury on loan at Sunderland. Onyebin Bossa coming from the bench. I mean, I don't even see what would merit his call up back to the Black Stars. But Obaswa, we'll take it like that. But do you think it's the right thing to do?
For me, the way Salis plays, he needs a lot of match fitness because he's an aggressive type, hard tackler and things. So, and this season, things have not been going on well for him. He came back from injury. I have not played even a lot of matches to regain his fitness. So I don't see him coming to the team to do that same work that he was giving us before he got injured. Right. So I think they should give him more time to recover and all that stuff. For me, I don't have a problem with Salis. It's a very quality player, but now it's not fit enough to play because now Charlie seriousness. So we know they can't joke.
No, they can't joke.
Because Charlie, that 3 places they do the workout, we won't go see something.
Yeah, Canada, USA, and also Mexico. Seram, Majid Ashimeri is also part of the list. He just returned from injury. For me, I've said in my previous video that Ekamenkwa, he should be left out. He should be match fit, match ready. He just came back from injury, and I'm seeing him in a list of players who are supposed to return. And that number 8 there, Nankasa, some Juju B there. All the players are getting injured. Daniel Kofichire, he. Ashimeru, he. Now that he's fit, we want him back. Do you think he should return?
Okay, so for me, with Majid Ashimeri, since his introduction into the Black Stars team, he has shown, yes, he has let Ghanaians know that no, he's somebody who can do the job for us.
Thank you, Asamoah, for recommending him.
You see, so for me, I don't really have a problem with Ashimeri returning back to the national team. But as my brother said, he's now returning from injury.
Yeah.
Yes, and then Otumfuo said something. Only deserving players or only players who are like performing should be called to the Black Stars. So if Majid Ashmeru is injured or he has been injured and then he has not played for some time and then he has not recovered and you are saying that he should come back and play for the team, I don't see that to be a very good idea. Even though he has been a fantastic player since his introduction into the team, but if he's now returning from injury, if there are other options who can also come and then fill in that space.
But I think he has been fit for about a month now, because their last game he played about 30 minutes for.
I'm not saying the thing is he's back from injury, but when he returned, he was playing with the junior of Anderlecht. He's now being introduced into the senior team.
I'm talking about the senior team. He has been back for the past 4 months.
When he was back, he was not really playing. He was playing with the Anderlecht B team. Okay. Though he was part of the senior team, but then they normally allow him play with the B team so that they can see
to help in the recovery.
Exactly. But I feel like we are rushing it too much. What if Oba he's not too fit like that for me? You see, he relapse again. Half fit player B. You understand my point?
You see one problem I have with the Black Stars is that sometimes they doubt a lot of players. They doubt, you see, as you said, Majid Ashmeru just returned for injury. There might be other players who can fill in that position and play, but they doubt them. They will doubt them. They will say, "Oh, wait there, he can't play." So let's wait for Ashmeru, the injured one. You understand? Which is very bad.
So guys, let me hear from you. What do you make of Salis Abdul Samed returning and also Majid Ashmeru? I've already made my stance on these two players. They are both now returning back from injuries, and even their club side are not even allowing them to, start games or play a lot of games. They are introducing them gradually. Do you have that patience to call up these players and treat them exactly the way their clubs are treating them? And Chad, be now. This thing Ashmeru go hold ball, then he go do 10 in the head. Best slide
he will be running and hold his tie.
Best slide
complete the attack.
Yeah. So guys, the last player is Ransford Yeboah-Kanisdorfer. Currently 9 goals with Hamburger SV in the Bundesliga 2. Do you think he returns back to the squad?
I think we need any goal scorer we can get to. If he plays for Azerbaijan, Karabakh, and he is scoring goals, we should bring them, because goal scoring is an act. Asamoah proved to us that. We all know Asamoah went to the UAE. We complained, but that was when Asamoah became a more prolific scorer for the Black Stars. So sometimes it doesn't care. Sometimes a striker just needs to be banging in the goals week in, week out, and I tell you that striker will come and bang in goals for us. So we need him. And even though sometimes I would say the German Bundesliga 2 is a bit low, but since he's banging in the goals for Hamburg, I think he can come to the Black Star and we'll try him out and see whether he can solve our goal scoring problems.
Honestly, that guy, he needs to up his game.
Exactly.
Kanisdorfer needs to up his game.
That's what I wanted to say. He comes into the Black Stars.
Since he was brought into the Black Stars, I've not seen that guy. Honestly, I've not seen him work. Because even during the African Cup, he played a couple of matches, and then I was like, "Hey, now we so Bob and boy."
Majid Ashmeru should go be then. He was standing in front of
obstruction. Really? Wow,
what do you expect?
No, you are that me. Wow, say Obisa, you are obstructing the ball.
Yaman opportunity. He has been given opportunity.
Yes, and then he hasn't.
They give you opportunity.
He hasn't.
I don't support this.
He hasn't met expectations. I won't lie to you. As for Kanisdorfer,
oh no, even when they do their body,
my point be say he score for in club side.
But when it comes to the Black Stars,
yes,
you go solve.
So guys, 4 players named by Yen Ghana who are set to return back to the national team: Andre Dede Ayew, Ransford Yeboah-Kanisdorfer, Salis Abdul Samed, and also Majid Ashmeru. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the discussion. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go bye.